and use vocal varieties which can speed or high or voice. So you learn to know. This time we want to have you research a subject, but not easy, go deep. Go really deep in the subject, use various research methodologies like internet, library, and so on. So we want you to prepare, we wanted you to prepare very deep, and we want to have a subject which interests us, the listener. And what else? Information from numerous facts, examples, and illustrations. And on that, I will evaluate your speech and give you my feedback afterwards. You have 5 to 7 minutes.
Aydin has a very interesting bio, not your typical one. Aydin was born in Istanbul, and when people apparently ask him, where are you from? I presume they say in Turkey or something. He says Istanbul, but they don't accept this answer. They say, well, where's your father from? Where's your father's father from? And he walks away feeling supremely annoyed, apparently. So any tips would be, don't ask him where he's from.
One of the biggest mistakes my father has ever made was to bring home that Star Wars VHS cassette. I was a little kid and I watched the hell out of that movie. Family legends say that I watched that movie every single night for over a month and did not let my parents watch television. It was the start of a lifelong passion for me, not only on Star Wars, but on movies in general. And still to this day you can find me watching almost every single big movie release in theaters, in addition to several smaller ones. And if I miss something, I watch it at home later. But as my real-life experience grew and grew, I started to notice something was wrong with the movies. Namely, the male characters were pretty realistic. But the female characters, they were nothing like the real women that I was getting to know in real life. I could not really put my finger on this problem until I came across what is called the Bechdel test. Bechdel test was put forward by Alicia Bechdel in 1985, and it has 3 very simple rules for a movie to pass. Rule 1 of Bechdel test is, the movie should have at least 2 women with names. So nameless background characters do not count. We should get to know 2 women who have names. Rule 2 is, these 2 women should talk to each other at least once in the movie. Very simple. And the third and final rule is, the topic of this conversation should be something other than men. So 2 women complaining to each other about their husbands does not count. So very simple. Basically, the Bechdel rule says that every movie should have just one scene where 2 women have an intelligent conversation with each other about something other than men. So you would probably expect that almost every single movie out there passes this test, right? Last year, in 2015, out of top 100 grossing movies, only 54 of them passed this test and 46 of them failed. That's half and half. That means half the movies out there don't have even one scene where 2 women have an intelligent conversation with each other. Why does this matter though? It matters because movies are the most prominent storytelling platform in the world today. And women's stories are simply not being told or being told incorrectly. Women are almost always portrayed as having value in relation to men. They are the wife of the man, the mother of the man, girlfriend of the man, or sister of the man, and man has the value, and the woman is the side character. And children grow up watching these movies. I'm going to go into more detail about this, but for now let's take a look at a few movies that surprisingly cannot pass the Bechdel test. What is the highest grossing movie of all time? Avatar. Avatar cannot pass the test because the female character, Neytiri, is seen talking to her mom in a few scenes, but the topic of the conversation is always Jake, the male character, so it fails. Star Wars, let's get back to Star Wars. The original trilogy, 3 movies, do not have one single scene where 2 women even say a word to each other. And speaking about trilogies, Lord of the Rings, extended edition, 12 hours of movie in total. Again, does not have one single scene where 2 women even talk to each other. Let's look at a few recent fan favorites like Interstellar or Inception, directed by Christopher Nolan. They don't pass either. Actually, not a single movie directed by Christopher Nolan passes the Bechdel test. Christopher Nolan is famous for his mistreatment of women in his movies. He often engages in what is called fridging. Fridging is killing of a female character only so that the male character can have an emotional moment about her. That's her value in the movie. And don't even get me started about Disney movies. It has been documented by several universities across the globe that Disney movies have had a very damaging effect on little children, especially the Disney princess movies. A little girl can start out her life wanting to be a mathematician, a physician, a president. But after a few years of being exposed to Disney princess movies, she starts to think her only job in life is to be a princess and find a prince and make children. And why does this happen though? What is the real root cause behind this problem? Again, let's get back to statistics. Out of 2,000 recent movies, it was found that 85% of them were written by men and only 15% by women. 91% of these movies were directed by men and only 9% by women. That means 9 out of 10 movies out there are being made by men. And men are famous for their lack of understanding in one subject. We all know Dr. Sigmund Freud as the father of psychoanalysis, right? Freud is probably the most famous name in psychology. And before he died, at the end of his career, they asked him a question. They said, Freud, dude, you have discovered almost everything there is to know about humans. Is there something that you still cannot figure out? And Freud said, I still have no idea what the hell women want. So if Freud as a man, poor Freud cannot figure women out, what chance do these 9 out of 10 poor male directors have? And I think there lies the solution to this problem. I think, according to my deep research, 1 out of 2 every human is a female. So there's no explanation for that 9 out of 10 statistic. So I think as the ratio of women involved in filmmaking, in writing and directing movies increases, this problem shall go away on its own, and children will finally be able to grow up watching healthy and strong female characters on the screen. Thank you.